Hi, everybody. I wanted to take this opportunity to get on here today and talk to you a little bit about making your own magical moon water, right? And what a perfect day to do it today. Today is the July 2018 blood moon lunar eclipse, right? So we have a lot of wonderful things going on right now. We're in such transition. It's such a time for a great transition right now. So I'm actually just going to do a little smudging before we begin because the energy, I'm sure you're all feeling it too, is super, super intense today. Okay. So smudging with some white sage in a beautiful bundle. And it was also a gift. If you've seen my other video on smudging, you'll know that. So it's wonderful to smudge in general, and it's wonderful to smudge when its other intentions are infused with it as well too, right? A little for you, and some for me. And it really does feel wonderful. When you resonate with that and you really do feel the vibrations, it's incredible. It makes such a difference. It really, if you're feeling scattered, if you're feeling any type of anxiety, I'd really say try smudging if you haven't already. And there are liquid smudges as well too, and I'll be having a video coming up on making those soon too, with my own special blend that I was selling in my shop for a while. Okay. Actually, I am going to smudge my moon water that I'm actually making today. This has not been charged yet. Yay. So I have a really special container, which was also a gift. So I'm super lucky. I love the energy of gifts. It's just such a wonderful thing when people think of you and that energy is infused into something that they give to you. It's very special, and I like to show my appreciation. So anyway, this is the vessel that I chose to make my magical moon water in, okay? It's a crystal skull. Well, it's a glass skull, okay? But it goes off of the story of the crystal skulls, right? So the legend of the thousands of years ago when the 13 crystal skulls were scattered, you know, across the earth, right? Super powerful, super psychic energy. They were supposedly perfect. So I just love the play on that, and that's the story is actually on the box. It's Crystal Head vodka box. I've never tried the vodka. I'm sure it's awesome. So, and I probably never will, as I have taken a vow of sobriety as of lately. So very excited about that. Talk about transformations, right? So feeling super powerful, feeling wonderful. Try it if you like it. Get the crystal skull if you can. If you're into making some moon water in here too, it's awesome. It's a good thing to have. All right, so a little info on making your own moon water, right? If you haven't done it before, grab some. So I wrote some notes too because it's so scattered right now, right? Okay, so we're in July, like I said, 2018. Super powerful time for transformation, right? We have the lunar eclipse energy, and the lunar eclipse energy, some people won't do anything energetically, let's say, at this time because they're afraid of it, because it can be a little tricky. If that's you and you feel that, don't do it, okay? Simple, don't do it, right? You'll know if it's right for you because you'll feel it. It will resonate with you, okay? It will just be like, yes. It'll be a yes, right? So if it's not, like I said, don't do it. If it is, all right, I've got a few little things that I do to recommend for you to do, okay, if it's your first time, right? Okay, so like I was saying, lunar eclipse energy, good for transformation, right? Who doesn't want that, right? All of us that are always working on bettering ourselves, who doesn't want that, right? Let's see. It is, we're in Mercury retrograde as well too. All right, so some people might be like, whoa, we're in Mercury retrograde, right? I think it's a perfect time because Mercury retrograde is all about reflection, right? So transformation does not come without reflection, right? So I think it's a perfect thing. I think it's great to infuse into this magical moon water at this time. It's going to be super powerful. And everything is intention, don't forget that, okay? So reflection, very important. Pick a vessel if you can, as I did. That was a gift, and it's super cute, it's super perfect. It's only going to be for me, as opposed to other moon water I have at my business. I have a big container of moon water that we use for different things, and it's pretty special, it's pretty wonderful. So you can have multiple vessels of moon water, you know, and they can all have different intentions too. So like this one, we're working in July, so we're working with the Leo energy. So Leo, super, super powerful, right? Leos are, they're really into themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So what better time for transformation than working with the lunar energy when it's in Leo, right? Perfect. It's all lining up. It's all in alignment. So if you're feeling that too, then I'm telling you, just do it tonight. Grab a vessel, get out there, and do the things, right? So pick a vessel. I think glass is best, really. You want to smudge it, okay? So just a nice little smudge is perfect. You don't have to, but it's a nice thing to do because you're clearing the energy off of it, right? And then you're able to just infuse it with your intentions, okay? Let's see. You want to use filtered water, okay, for obvious reasons, right? I also add Himalayan salt to mine, okay? And I like to add the Himalayan salt because salt has a healing property and it also has a protective property. And it also will help the body absorb the water. So if you're infusing the water with intentions, right, you want to absorb as much of that as you possibly can. So I like to put a little bit of Himalayan salt. I actually have a grinder, and I grinded it 11 times into the funnel before I poured the water. So that's an easy way to get it in there. And then we're working with numerology too. And 11 is a big, it's a master number. It's a very powerful number. So that's something that resonated with me, right? And it's low enough where you're not really going to taste too much of the salt, right? Let me have a little water. My voice is a little crackly. Okay. So we've got the salt. We've got the filtered water. And with your vessel of water, a lot of times I've used mason jars. If you don't have anything cute, super cute and perfect like I have this time, just use anything that you have. Just get it done, and you can always transfer it into something else afterwards. It's not going to ruin it, right? Tonight you're going to want to put it outside if you can, right? Put it outside if you can, as I said, and if you can't, put it in a windowsill. Ooh, it says connection available. I hope we didn't go blank for a while. Oh well, I'll find out. That's one thing that can go bad with Mercury retrograde, okay, is technology. So, fun times. All right, let's see. I'm just going to continue and then worry about it after. All right, so put outside or put in a windowsill. Let's see, you can put corresponding crystals around the vessel. All right. You can also put it, that's the indirect method of crystal fusing water, right? You can also put it inside the vessel, but if you're going to do that, I'd say be really careful. I wouldn't really suggest doing that with kids just in case. And the kids love doing stuff like this. Kids of any ages will love doing this. So don't deny your kids of the magic that we all have. Just have fun with it and be very informative with them. And it's wonderful to be open with them too. So if they're feeling something, they can express it to you and they don't have to be afraid of it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It actually makes life a lot better, okay? Let's see. Oh yeah, so working with crystals, corresponding crystals. Like I was saying, you can put crystals in the vessel itself. Be careful that they're not chipping or anything like that. Do your research, okay? Because some crystals are actually toxic, all right? So I would really I would really suggest putting the crystals around on the outside with the indirect method, especially if you're new at this, okay? Like me, I am actually going to be doing, and I've been doing this for a long time, I'm using the indirect method as well too. So I'm working with massive love energy. So I have a big rose quartz sphere that I'll have sitting with it. If you know how to make grids, you could actually make a grid around this too, which would make it super, super powerful. What else? I'll probably use a clear quartz. I don't have one right here. Yeah, I'm definitely going for the rose quartz. Absolutely. Clear quartz is wonderful because I don't have a piece right here that I can show you, but clear quartz is wonderful because you can charge it for any intention, okay? And as with the rose quartz, if you're not sure what rose quartz is, it's all about love. So it's love, it's working with the heart chakra, and how can you transform without love, right? So those are my thoughts with that. And love is trust, right? So super powerful with those intentions. So it's all good. It's all good. And it's all what you make of it, right? So have fun with it. Don't let this night pass you by without doing something, right? Put your intentions out there. Be very specific on what you want to transform into, because that is the energy that's happening right now. Whether you're mindfully working with it or not, right? It's happening. Transformation is happening, okay? So if you can put your intentions out there and be very, very clear about it, all the better. All the better, because you're pretty much putting that energy out there, saying what you want, and hopefully putting that into in motion, okay? Put your energy behind it and your feelings behind it too, okay? All right, so corresponding crystals. So, and you can do any type of crystal that you're working with. Say you're working with massive healing, right? Whatever it is that you're healing, you have to get specific about it, right? So different crystals will work with different things, all right? There's so many different examples, and I'm sure you're all in this group, so I'm sure you get it. I'm sure you're at least a little bit in tune with what's going on, okay? So do your research. Like I said, if you have questions, post. There's lots of people in here that can help, right? That is if I don't get to it first, okay? So working with the corresponding crystals, and again, you don't even have to do that. You could just charge the moon water by itself, right? With your intentions. So that's what you want to do. You want to put your intentions clearly, directly, hold the vessel of water, and just put it on there, right? What are you transforming into? What do you hope to transform into? What do you need help with transforming into, right? What do you want your life to look like going forward, right? Because that's what this time of year is. That's what this time of year brings, okay? Let's see. So yeah, that's super basic moon water. Have fun with it. If you have kids, let the kids do it with you. Kids of all ages will really, really enjoy that. Have some fun. Bring the magic into your life. You will feel the energy of the moon water. The moon affects us. We're made of, I forget what percent, but we're mostly made of water, right? So, and the moon affects the water. So really there's no denying it. There really is. And if you are denying it, then hopefully you come around sooner or later. Sooner than later. All right, have fun with the moon tonight, everybody. And happy transformation.